Hello and welcome to Opening Up the Closet. I am your host, Tripat. The closet is our mind. The closet is our unconscious. The closet is our hearts, What are these things that we have kept very well tucked in our minds and unconscious, and most of them are not, are not driving us to our purpose. Some of them are really pulling us down. They are causing mental strain. Some of them are pushing us into mental illness. Are we ready to get into our closets and search what is it that is dragging you down? What is it that is not working for you? So that you get it out and deal with it, sort it. And if it doesn't really matter, then get it off your mind. And what is it inside that closet also that is pushing you towards greatness, that is pushing you towards, your purpose, as we keep saying? Can you make more use of it? And let it be part of what really mentors you. And so this time we look at family and narrow down into family conflicts, because we know some of it is really in our closets. And there are some families who, as we speak, do not even get to see eye to eye. There are some families, as we speak, do not even know probably where they came from, and they do not even want to know. There's some families, as we speak, that are so united and everything is going on so well. What are they doing right? What is it we can pick from them? And there are some families who also, there's a conflict and they want to try and sort it out, but they do not know how. They do not even know the signs of the conflict. So today we just want to look at signs of conflict. How do you then realize that there is an issue in the family that needs to be sorted? In the last episode, because this is a series, we talked about family. What is family? For everybody, what is family? And then we also talked about importance of family, so that for people who already know that importance, then they know what they get from it. And for those who are not so certain, and for those who are not so sure, and for those who used to imagine that probably family offers nothing, then there was one or two or three that they borrowed. What is conflict, as we said earlier? These are just disagreements between individuals in a family. There are differences of values, beliefs, personalities, wants, likes, dislikes. All this must bring a conflict, because then we do not, think the same way, walk the same way. This can happen between, parents and their children, between siblings, between the crossboard of family, like extended family, between in-laws, So how do you know that there is an unhealthy conflict within a family? Remember the healthy ones, where you sit down and talk about it, and people get ideas from this side and from the other side, merge it, and it becomes something greater. Those kind of conflicts don't cause so much rift, but there are these unhealthy ones. How do you then realize that there is an unhealthy conflict within the family? There are signs that you can tell. Of course, we imagine that at times it's someone's personality, but then if then you know that person very well because you've been family for a while, then you can tell. Probably you could have this person in the family who used to be very vocal and just decides to draw, to withdraw, to just keep mum. There is this person who decides to now just talk a lot, very aggressive, and it's just out there, and it's just saying everything at any one given moment. When a lot of things are being swept under the carpet, a suggestion is put on the table, or something wrong has happened, and when an opinion is sought about someone says, it's all right, just let it go. It's clear this person doesn't want this to be sorted. Family members just probably getting physical about things, and even physical fighting, emotional abuse and all that. that could be a very unhealthy sign of conflict in family. Lack of trust between family members. People just don't open up about what's happening between them. There are many signs. But I think the most that you can look out for is someone's pattern of behavior. They used to behave like this before, but then now there is a problem. Actually, the problem might not even result from that same family, but then the family is concerned that there is an issue. Can we sit and try and talk about it? Remember, mental illness is on the rise right now. How do we come through for family members? How do we come through for this unit? We have to be there for each other. Once you know the importance of family, you try to be there for each other. So we look out for some of these signs so that we know when there is an issue, and then we decide or we find out how can we best approach it. Family conflicts currently have become issues that are really defining how most people are living and their lifestyles. We have this generation called Generation Z that have been on the forefront lately in Kenya, trying to put the government in check. They have been raised by this group that are called millennials. The other day I was having a conversation with someone and they told me, do you know what? In the next few years, it's not going to be the same way. Like people used to even go home during Christmas holidays and say, we are all running home. We have to sit with our people, uncles, aunties, cousins, grandparents, and all that. It is changing. Things are changing very quickly. There are people who still embrace that sense of family, but things are changing. People are deciding to move, to do other things. And I'm not saying that this means they do not love family or they do not want to be together with family. But then, are we all getting accustomed to how things are changing? So that when you're sitting back at home in December and people say they are not coming, they're doing something else where they are, do you get offended? You get? Are you trying to learn the ways in which things are changing very fast? And this people or this group that has decided to go elsewhere apart from home might actually just even call home and say, please come over and let's go somewhere else. But since probably you're stuck in the ways, traditional ways of people have to come home during, Christmas or Easter or whatever it is, you're thinking, no, these people are losing the sense of family. But things are slightly changing. So we also must sit down with these people who are younger, and just find out what is it you want. Because otherwise then we create that unhealthy conflict, because they're thinking, why must I go home? I mean, even if grandma or grandpa or uncle or auntie comes, we're still together, that sense of family. So people in a family have to sit and find out, how are we moving forward as a family? You don't have to move with the trend. You don't have to just, say it is okay, sweep things under the carpet and say it's okay, let them do the way they do it. But try and understand, how is it happening? Why is it happening like this? And be open, because then you realize that wherever it is you are with family, you can still call it home. It doesn't have to be where you want, particularly. Difference in opinions and values and all that. All these things can cause unhealthy conflict. I want to stop there today. And I want to say that family conflicts are things that we can solve, we can work on. Just go back to your closet and find out if there's anything that is not working for you there. And in the next episode, we will look at cause of this unhealthy conflicts. And I want to thank you very much for being here today. Please write, please call, and please go to YouTube and watch Opening Up the Closet with Tripat. Let us learn, let us work together. Let us clear our closets. Thank you again. Until next time. See you.